The Old Spaghetti Factory is part of a chain of restaurants across Canada known for their delightful pairings of pasta and spumoni ice cream. The Poulos brothers, Andy Lee and Peter, opened their first location in Vancouver's iconic gas town in March of 1970. While the Old Spaghetti Factory is quite the draw for tourists with its cozy antique decor, it's also famous for its resident ghosts. Resident ghosts, you say? Well, yes. There are 4. Firstly, there's a small mischievous spirit who is said to have a ruddy face and bright red hair. No, it is not me. I don't haunt the Old Spaghetti Factory. He's known as Little Red or Looky Loo and has a penchant for calling out staff by their names. While he enjoys taking a casual stroll through the kitchen, he also enjoys surprising guests in the ladies' washroom. 2 such guests claim to have seen a smallish man exit a stall wearing a red shirt and red long johns. One of them attempted to take a photo of the man, but when the film was developed, he was nothing but a blur. Then there's a little girl who appears at one of the tables in the front window. She likes to sit very still while holding a balloon. One general manager had a conversation with her that lasted for several minutes. She told him that she was looking for her mother. He left to discuss her with his manager, but when he came back, she was gone. No one knows who she is. She's not the only kid lurking about, though. There's also a little boy who likes to scare the jeepers out of staff. A psychic once identified him as Edward. He has blonde hair that is parted down the middle and wears blue overalls. She has also said that there is a vortex at the back of the building that enables these spirits to come through, but that some of the antiques in the restaurant also are connected to the spirits. Now, Edward likes to play pranks on the staff, like bending cutlery. One staff member did a walkthrough to check all of the place settings and was stunned to find cutlery bent upwards. When they brought the manager in to see what happened, everything had been put back to normal. Edward also likes to place chairs on the back tables during the night. Another staff member had been closing up for the night when a little boy ran past her. Obviously, this was unusual. The restaurant was closed, so she followed him. When she finally caught up to the boy, he turned around to look at her, and he had no eyes. There were nothing but black holes where his eyeballs should have been. This obviously scared the crap out of her. She went to report the sighting to her manager and quit on the spot. Now, the final and most notorious ghost is the trolley car ghost. When the restaurant was being built, they had a BC Electric Company tram installed. Trolley number 53, built in New Westminster in 1904. It had served the city faithfully until it was decommissioned in 1957. The ghost of the uniformed conductor always sits at the same table well after closing. Place settings around him are moved and cold spots are felt. Most believe that he came with the train car, but the source of his demise is disputed. Now, there was one rumor that he perished in a collision on the underground rail line below the restaurant, but the trolley cars of Vancouver operated above ground, so this is unlikely. What we do know is that he is seen on the regular. One particularly interesting story was that of 2 women who were dining in the restaurant when they approached a manager to discuss some of the things that they had seen. The first was Edward, but who they really wanted to talk about was the man in the trolley car. They said that he was upset because they didn't put his picture up in the restaurant. The manager was confused, and they said that it would be easier to explain if they could just go to where the picture was kept, in the manager's office. The minute they walked into the office, they immediately looked up and pointed to a picture of the conductor that the manager didn't even know was there. "That's him there," the lady exclaimed. She told the manager that he said he wanted the photo hung up in the restaurant. This was an excerpt from our most recent podcast episode for A Real Cult Classic, the podcast I share with my friend, your friend, cult elder Auntie Amy. This week's episode, our second episode in Season 2, features this story as well as some more spooky stories from Vancouver and beyond. Amy and I also share stories about our favorite cryptids and our personal experiences with the paranormal. Ooh, spooky stuff. We hope you like it, and we would love to know if you've ever had any unexplained experiences or encounters. We really want to hear about them, so please tell us. Let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget, you can get stickers, and we have a bookmark for the podcast. You can show your love for all things Cult of Megs and Auntie Amy. Good day, and may the cult be with you.